Hey everybody, it's Josh with Talk About Trek, and I am back again today to celebrate another exciting Warp Tuesday. Um, Maybe even a little bit of a sad Warp Tuesday this time, because we are at the finale this week of Starfleet Academy. And to be honest with you, it is crazy to me to think that these 10 episodes have already came and gone. Well, will have come and gone. Again, that's just going to be part of what we're going to talk about today, but I do want to kind of lead with that because that is definitely the biggest news of the week, I would say. Um, I think that opinions on it are fairly solid, and the haters are always going to hate. I think it's just kind of how it is. But from what I've seen, and I guess here's the way I look at it from the people that I know are like really kind of into Trek the way I am, they seem to feel the same way I do about the show. So I like that feeling, and it kind of makes me feel that maybe they are hitting some of the notes that they should be hitting. Um, but man, I'm hoping they get a season three. Right, we got a season two. It's already done. It's in the can or whatever. But man, I would really like to see them continue this, and I think it has tremendous opportunity. But again, there also needs to be a more present day Star Trek show in development, in my opinion. Something that's going to pick up after, I guess, after Picard, in that era, right? That's what we kind of want to see. So, um, but yeah, that's the biggest news I would think right now. On the home front here, we do have a little bit of exciting news. We have confirmed and got our tickets for the Comic Con at what do they call it? Call it Fan Expo Cleveland, coming up here this March 13th through the 15th, and we will be going up on Saturday. I am I'm still undecided as to whether or not I want to dress up, try to put on my uniform. I might not fit into it very well anymore, or maybe I will. I don't know. To be honest, I think I've lost a few pounds over the past couple of months, so it might even be all right. So, but the other thing is, I don't have the proper boots for it, man. Sometimes we go to like Goodwill and Share and Care, those kind of places, hoping to find those perfect boots, someday. But I have to make do with some black shoes or something if I decide to do it. So, we'll just have to kind of wait and see on that. So, now, why am I going? Oh, my hair is a mess. That's fine. Why am I going to the Comic Con in Cleveland, you might ask? And to be honest with you, I am going for one reason, and one reason alone. Right here. This is the reason right here. I I've met Will Wheaton, I've met Gates McFadden, Michael Dorn, LeVar Burton, Brent Spiner, Marina Sirtis. I've met, gosh, who else did we meet? Met Dwight Schultz. I think from TNG, that about covers it. But I've not yet had the opportunity to meet Jonathan Frakes. And he's coming to Cleveland, very close to where I'm at. This is my shot. This is my opportunity to do so. So that's what we're going to be doing. I've got the tickets for the family all booked. And we have got what is this? Yeah, we've got a photo ticket too. So I plan on getting a autographed picture to go with the rest of the crew up here on the wall. But then we'll also be getting getting a picture with Mr. Frakes himself. So I gotta tell you, to be honest with you, I am feeling a little bit nervous about the situation. Out of all the people in Star Trek, he was like the kind of like the first one that like I idolized when I was a kid, that I looked up to, and just even still today, I've always been a huge Riker fan, and not just that, a fan of Jonathan Frakes and everything that he's brought to the show outside of being Riker. He's done fantastic directing work, in my opinion. I love the episodes that he's done of the new shows as well. He just did the latest episode of Starfleet Academy, which was fantastic. Just very well done. So, very much looking forward to that. And again, I don't know. I don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm going to say. But it's going to be cool. I'm looking forward to it again. I tell you what, the rest of the con though, man, it's going to be crazy busy and big and wild. Oh, I think that my fellow crewmates from the Federation vessel, the USS Uhura, will be stationed there at the con. So if I am in uniform, it would be a good time to maybe get some pictures with them. That would be fun. Oh, their uniforms are always so nice looking too. A couple of them got the lower decks uniforms. Man, they just, all of them, they really do it up well. And hopefully someday I'll be able to join them in doing those kind of events too. Because, well, I mean, that would be a whole different side of it, right? I've been to cons as a consumer of it, but to go there and actually be at a table and kind of meet and greet people, that would be pretty fun. So that is something also to look forward to in the future. Now let's go ahead and check out a little bit of the Trek news that's going on here. I did see a short preview, and I kind of shut it off. I didn't want to watch too much of the final episode, and I'm excited for it. I think it's going to be good. I hope it's a little bit longer than a normal episode time. But let's see if there's any other news worth talking about, and I have not looked at this in advance. So we have an update on Star Trek Year 1 series pitch. Oh, some news coming out of the Saturn Awards. I tell you, that's not the Star Trek show that I want. I don't want a continuation of Strange New Worlds going into TOS, because we've seen that. So I just say, give us something new, Lower Decks number 17. We didn't get a chance to do very much comic book stuff in the past couple of weeks because I've just kind of been, honestly, I need to set up a better camera because I feel I can't show you a comic book and it's all blurry, so I got to set everything back up proper again. But let's see. So yeah, anyway, I'm looking forward to that. The Lower Decks comics are excellent. Definitely some of my very favorite because again, it translates very well to the comic. So. News from Starfleet Academy. Oh, just like we were talking about here, you can see Jonathan Frakes in his directing magic. He directed the latest episode there, which again I thought was awesome. Ooh, we have some images from the season finale. Ooh, let me say, here's one thing that I will critique about Starfleet Academy is that Gina Yershan's Lursa Thak was underused in season 1. She was in those first couple episodes and I thought she was great. She was hilarious. And then in the past 6 or 7, I guess they have moved the focus more onto the individual stories of the cadets, but still, boy, I do wish that we could have seen some more of her because I think that she did a really fantastic job in that role. So maybe in the next season we'll see some more of her. So what? Now hold on a second. What is this? Well, I kind of want to do this now. Are you telling me you can actually do this? Alright. Look at this. Alright, now they've got me. They've got me interested here. And I don't even use GPS. I barely drive anywhere. But imagine, I'm just going to use him to guide me to the freaking grocery store, right? Look at this. If you have you can get the Waze app on Android Auto, and the doctor can be one of the voices. Are you kidding me? That's fantastic. It's just like a clickable thing. Here we go.
This is for you. I'm Robert Picardo, and I play the Doctor on Star Trek Voyager, and now again on Starfleet Academy. I'm a born teacher. I've had 800 years of artificial intelligence experience. I have a digital memory. The point is, if you're going to listen to anyone tell you how to get anywhere, it should be me. That would never happen to me. Golf, my voice, of course. I would have to say the bathroom. 7 of 9, are you crazy? When my life is sitting beside me? My wife. That's what we thought you'd say.
That's interesting. So I don't, if you have a Waze app, you can go ahead and get the doctor as your voice. That's really cool, actually. Man, I still don't know what the deal is and why on earth we can't have the Star Trek computer's voice as our AI voice, on all these freaking things, right? That would be fantastic. So, Star Trek Scouts, I can't believe that this is still going on. Eventually, I will watch these cartoons and just kind of see what they offer, what they bring to the Star Trek world, right? But again, not a lot going on. We're kind of coming into that time now where it's going to be a little bit of maybe a bit of a Star Trek kind of news desert. There's not going to be much going on, right? I don't even think that they've announced when we can expect the next Strange New World season to premiere. And I am honestly a little bit disappointed that there's not been more hullabaloo for Star Trek 60, right? This is year 60, and I thought there'd be more, more things going on, more announcements, more collaborations. I know these Star Trek Magic cards are not coming out until November, but man, I cannot wait to get some more word on them. Well, like seriously, that's going to be kind of a difficult thing for me to not purchase because man, I do enjoy some Magic cards, and Star Trek on Magic cards. That's trouble. That's going to be trouble for me and for my pocketbook for sure. But it's going to be fun. It's definitely going to be fun. I know one of my good friends is going to hopefully get into it with me as well, so we can we can draft some decks, we can build some cubes, we can do some very fun stuff there. So speaking of that, my good friend, I love coincidences, and I love when like the right book kind of comes at the right moment, right? And then I've talked about this before, and the last Voyager book that I read was just that. Like it was the perfect book for that moment in time, and I just thoroughly enjoyed it. So then I've been doing this thing where I'm going series by series, right? So I just did a Voyager book. What comes next after Voyager? Enterprise, of course. So I looked through my books and I'm like, Enterprise, buy the book. I don't know anything about it, but I do know that Dean Wesley Smith and Christine Catherine Roosh are excellent, and I've enjoyed very many of their books, right? So I figured I'd pick it up and give it a try. Now, what do you suppose that the crew is doing here for a little bit of R&R in the book? This is beautiful. Crewman, I think Ensign Anderson, is running a role-playing game, a tabletop role-playing game. And I mean, like, that's awesome. This is so cool to me because I am currently getting back into doing some role-playing with my friends, doing some role-playing with my kids, and, building these fantasy worlds and doing this kind of stuff and just, creating these characters. It's just so fun. It is really fun if you can get into it and you can kind of become the character, right? And I gotta tell you, in this book here, they're doing a space-themed kind of reality RPG game, and it's really kind of scratching the itch, right? It's making me want to go back and create another Star Trek RPG campaign and get some folk to run it, right? Or run it with me, Man, that would be fun. I've seen some people that do it online too, and it looks like there's a lot of resources, and gosh, that could be a fun thing to do. And if I didn't have a million things to do otherwise, I would definitely devote like one night a week to running a campaign. Again, it could all be done online. We could get a whole crew together from all across the world, right? And we could have this fantastic thing together. But requires a lot of planning and commitment and that kind of stuff to do. But I am already committed to join and be a part of my friend's game, and hopefully my son will get involved in that too. And I do want to keep doing stuff at home with them because it is just so fun to get into character and do all that, and just kind of get into a different world, right? And we did run a Star Trek campaign, gosh, years ago. Had to be 5 years ago, we did a few sessions with it before, time and everything gets in the way and we couldn't do it anymore. But it was very fun. I remember we were having a good time with it, and I still have the notes and stuff. So, maybe someday we'll get back into that again. Anyway, look at that. Another Warp Tuesday video. We're already at 15 minutes, and we just been kind of talking about whatever, having a good time. So, anyway, that's going to be all for tonight. We're going to go ahead and call it a Warp Tuesday and get back into By the Book here, which, again, I'm really enjoying. And I'm going to make a concerted effort to spend more time reading. And I don't know why. I say this often, and then I let other things get in the way. But it really is my favorite pastime. And reading and then talking about these books brings me a great amount of joy, right? And that's what I need. That's what everybody needs, So we're going to keep doing that. And we're going to keep talking and coming back and having fun with you guys. So, anyway, going to Cleveland, I'm going to meet Jonathan Frakes. If you see me at the Fan Expo Cleveland, make sure to say hello, because that would be amazing. I've actually told my wife, I'm like that would be like the freaking, like the peak. Like some dude, like I'd be walking through the thing, like, hey, aren't you Josh? We'll talk about Trek. I'd be like, what? It's happened. No, that would be so silly, though. Anyway, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. Live long and prosper. See you guys next time. Have a good night.